Everyone, it's Tavara from JH Kids here with another story and activity time for you. Today we are going to read a book called The Playground is Like the Jungle, and this was written by Shona and Irisz Agocs. Now, why are we reading these books to you? Because I think a lot of you are about to start school. And that's really exciting and might give you butterflies in your tummy, which we'll talk about in another story time. And let's see what the playground might be like. Okay, can you see? Let me get a bit closer for you. The playground is a place where lots of people come together to play and laugh and chat and have a break. Playgrounds can be filled with people doing their favorite things with others or spending time by themselves. Playgrounds are a little bit like the jungle. Lots of creatures come together to live and play in the jungle. And when lots of creatures come together in one spot, things can get really wild and adventurous. Creatures have different ways to make themselves feel good. They have favorite things they like to do, favorite treasures they like to keep, and favorite creatures they like to spend time with. While creatures feel good, they are happy to share and laugh and play. And when things don't feel so good, all creatures have different ways to take care of themselves. What's going on here or here? They have some things they can do to hide, some things they can do to scare others away, and some things they do just because they can. People in a playground can be like jungles, creatures in a jungle. There might be some cheeky monkeys chasing and teasing each other for fun, or some big baboons banging their chests, wanting other people to look at them and tell them that they're great. There might be some insects buzzing around, not realizing that they are being annoying. That's a difficult one. Or tigers that can lash out when they get angry. Oh, that rabbit doesn't look very happy that he's kicked over his sandcastle. There may be some slippery snakes who pretend to be a friend one moment, but then just wind away and leave their friend all alone. Snakes can be quite good at pretending to be deaf and not noticing others. The playground can be fun, but sometimes we can feel really alone. No one likes to feel alone. Even though we might feel quite sad and alone sometimes, there are things we can do to feel happy and safe in the playground. Some people like to spend time making sure they are friendly with all sorts of different creatures. That way, if one creature is giving them a hard time, they have plenty of other friends they can hang out with. Some people like to find some things to do in the quiet part of the jungle. From here, they can relax and spend quiet time alone. Or they can sit back and have a good look around, at what all the other creatures in the jungle are up to and which ones look like they are feeling safe and happy. Some people find that even if they're feeling sad and alone, it helps to put on a happy face. Most other creatures don't want to hang around with creatures that look miserable. Some people like to ask help from the bigger creatures in the jungle, like a teacher. Asking an adult for help or playing near adults can be useful. Sometimes, if another creature really hurts you, you need to make a big noise. This lets all the other creatures know what has happened so that they can come and give you some help. And so they all know to stay away from creatures that hurt. Or if someone's really annoying you, you can politely explain how you feel and suggest something else they can do that might make them happy creatures. Every creature in the jungle is important to how the jungle works and feels. The playground can be a bit like a jungle. It can feel exciting and wonderful. The playground gives us lots of practice for getting along with others and learning how to be ourselves. The playground can be filled with wonderful adventures. What did you think about that story? Have a think about how you like to play in a playground. Are you somebody who likes to go and find some quiet space or to play next to a teacher? Are you somebody who sometimes someone says, "That's annoying me, please stop," and then you stop? Or maybe you don't. We're going to do some activities now around this book. Okay, so for our first activity, we're going to play a game, and you can play this game with the people in your home. This is called the stop game. So what happens if we're feeling unsafe? Do you remember in the storybook? The elephant made a very loud trumpeting noise. So we can do the same thing. If someone's annoying us a little bit, we can say, "Please stop, I don't like that." If someone's annoying us a lot, we can say, "Stop, I don't like that." What happens if we feel unsafe? If we feel like someone's about to hurt us or somebody has just hurt us, either with their big words or with their hands, or maybe they've given us a kick, then we want to use our really strong stop voice. So everybody practice now. Maybe tell the people in your house to be prepared for a loud noise. At the count of 3, we are all going to scream, "Stop!" very loudly. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Stop! Should we try that again? 1, 2, 3. Stop! And when you say stop really loudly, then everybody around you thinks, "Oh, what's going on over there? Let me go and see what I can do to help them." So that's activity number 1. We've got little stops where we say, "Please stop." We've got medium stops where we say, "Stop, I don't like that." And then we have big stops for when we feel unsafe. And that's when we say, "Stop!" That's activity number 1. For activity number 2, you can either draw a picture of things that you like to do in the playground or things that you don't like that have happened in the playground. Maybe you can remember when somebody ripped up one of your cards, or maybe you can remember when when you asked to play with somebody and they said no. So maybe you can think of the things you love doing in the playground. So let's look at this playground over here. I have a son, and when he started Year K, he liked to watch what everybody else was doing, and he found himself a favorite tree. that he used to like to run around and sit under quietly and just observe, watch what was going on. And sometimes people came and joined in with him. Maybe you like to play close to the teacher. Maybe you like to bring a ball from home and try and throw some balls into the basketball hoop. And maybe you want to invite some people to do the same. What are some things that you like to do when you're in the playground? For our third activity, I have some friends to help me. Hello, hello. So you can play a game with those people in your family, or you can invite a friend over and play with them too, where you have to say, guess what I'm feeling. So if you stand there like this, do you think that she's feeling happy right now? Yes, I'm feeling very happy. What about this guy? This guy's big. It's almost bigger than me. Oh, so he's kind of sitting just like this, just watching. What do you think he's feeling? Could be that he's just enjoying the sunshine. Could be that he's feeling a little bit lonely. And what if he went like this? Do you think maybe he's feeling a little bit shy? What about if, let's put you aside because you're very, very big. What about if your head was down like this and you weren't really looking around and your hands were like this? Do you think you're telling a message? Do you think you're saying something? I think she might be saying, I'm feeling a little bit sad. And what happens if we take this hand and go, pow, 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 kick, kick, kick? Oh, I'm feeling a little bit angry now. So you can take your own dolls or toys from home and you can either take two of them and they can play together in the playground, or you can take one and you can say to the people around you, to the adults, this is me feeling sad, and everyone has to guess what you're feeling. Or you can say, this is what I look like when I'm happy. And that way you can help to understand, am I feeling annoyed? Are there bees buzzing around my head and I want them to just leave me alone and I don't know how to say no? You can remember those stops we did from the other game. Or maybe you're feeling left out and you want to be involved. Or maybe you're just tired and you're just sitting along next to the tree having a rest. So have a think. You can play with your dolls. You can play a guessing game with your family and let us know how you go. And for our final activity, we are going to make our very own magnifying glass. Now, I used blue because I had a blue bottle in my recycling bin. But if you have a clear bottle like this one, then you can use this. So what did I do? I cut out 2 circles from the top of the bottle, and you definitely want to have an adult helping you with that cutting of plastic. Then I found a stick. I used a paintbrush stick that I've just borrowed for today. Or you can use another stick that you find around your house. And then I took a roll of tape that was almost finished. This is a little one and it's purpley and shiny. So you can make a big magnifying glass like this and you can use that as your magnifying glass. And I will add a link for online activities. But why do we want to make a magnifying glass with this story? Do you remember how one of the animals was just observing? Observing is when you watch what's happening around you. You don't do anything, you don't say anything, you just sit there and watch. And when you are watching, you might notice some things. You might notice that one of your classmates are buzzing around and round and around, and you think, oh, that's a lot of energy. I don't feel like joining that buzzing, buzzing, buzzing today. Or you may observe that somebody's having a really fun game of elastics and you've never played elastics and you think, oh, that might be something I want to do. Or you might observe with curiosity that somebody is shouting very loudly and like a baboon is saying, everybody look at me. And you'll decide, is that something I want to be part of? So by observing, you might notice, oh, that's something I want to do tomorrow, or that's something I'd like to try tomorrow. So remember your magnifying glass, and if you make it really small, you can even put it into your school bag as a reminder, or you can just play with it at home, and you can see what kind of moods are the people around you in, and what kind of games are they playing that you might like to join in on. So that's all for today with our story time. The playground is like a jungle. Please send us your wonderful creations and let us know how you go in the playground when you start school in a few months.